and she is a sickle cell warrior survivor. I mean, she had sickle cell. She is now cured of sickle cell. She is an ambassador for Be the Match. She is a product that at Be the Match actually works. It is not just something that people are saying. So without further ado, I want to introduce to some and reintroduce to others the amazing, vibrant Miss Constance Benson. Y'all give it up for Constance. Y'all. Constance, what's up?
Hey, thank you.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Welcome to Voices in the Streets.
Thank you. With an introduction like that, I need you everywhere I go.
I do what I can. All right. So, Constance, can you just tell the people a little bit about who you are and how you even got connected with Be the Match?
Well, my name is Constance Benson, and I am the first person cured of sickle cell under the STRIDE HCT bone marrow transplant study. And at the time, I believe I was the 10th adult in the world cured of the disease. How I came to become involved with Be the Match is that they helped me become cured of sickle cell disease via the bone marrow transplant. And my little sister Samantha was my donor, and she was 100% matched, 10 out of 10.
Awesome.
Oh, wow.
Awesome.
Yes.
So a lot of times I hear that most people try to go and find a match within their family members, right? That's the probable cause you probably can do to try to get saved. But if you don't have a family member, that means you have to go to the Be the Match registry, right?
Yes, the first thing that they want to do is with Be the Match and finding you a bone marrow transplant donor or a stem cell donor. First thing they want to do is go to the people who are most genetically similar to you, which are your siblings. And from your siblings, they also look at both parents as well, and they test them. There are a lot of different genetic markers that they have to go on to find the person who's going to be the best match for you for your particular disease or whatever it is that you need to be cured of. So if they are unable to find it in your immediate genetic circle, then they have to go outside of that circle, and that's where the Be the Match registry becomes involved. It is the largest donor registry in the United States, or is it in the world?
No, that's right. And I believe it's in the United States, yeah.
In the United States, largest donor registry in the United States. So if you cannot find a donor in your immediate family, your the next best thing that you can do for yourself is to join the Be the Match registry and hopefully find a donor that is on their registry, their website.
Yeah, News and Talk 1380 WAOK, Voice in the Streets Unfiltered. Again, we're talking to Constance Benson. She is a Be the Match ambassador, Be the Match recipient. She was cured from sickle cell through Be the Match. Her sister actually saved her life.
Yes, and my sister does not let me live that down.
I was going to ask, like, how's that relationship? I mean, obviously it's your sister, but, like, now that she saved your life, like, how is that now with her?
Oh, that relationship is awesome. She's my little sister, but you swear up and down because she's the quiet one, and apparently I'm not the quiet one. And you would think that I would actually be the younger sibling, and she'd be the older, more mature sibling. It's completely the opposite. And I love my sister, and I love my sister, and I love my brother too. But I love both of them. But with my sister, she likes to throw if I ask her to do something or she asks me to do something, she'll be like, "Hey, can you get that soda for me?" Because she's shorter than me. She'll be like, "Can you get that soda for me?" I'll be like, "Man, I don't feel like it." She'll be like, "I saved your life." And she just throws it back on me, and it's nothing but fun and just laughs, and I love her to death. And then I also love to annoy her a little bit, be like, "I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you."
Siblings.
Yeah.
The whole sibling ordeal, yeah.
Yeah, the whole sibling ordeal. I love that little girl, and we have an older brother, and I absolutely love my brother to death as well.
Well, let us know, like, how was, with that being your sister, and just for the listeners who don't really know when it comes down to the transplant and everything like that, what was that process like?
The process to cure me of sickle cell was, it was emotional. It was definitely a mental, physical, spiritual, everything, it was a big old huge test that became a testimony to me. But it was a test of everything all in one. Because when you get cured of a transplant, they tell you, you know what, you have about 5 years worth of growth to do mentally that your peers had to do. You have all of that growth to condense into 1 year, 2 years. So in my 20s, when my peers were sitting there graduating from college, getting jobs, get fired from those jobs, or quitting, and just learning themselves, I didn't have that opportunity. So it was like drinking water through a fire hose, if you want me to best describe it. But you know what? Even though it was mentally, spiritually, emotionally, it was huge on me. It was a huge weight. I would not trade anything for it, because I know I would not be alive here today. I know that what I went through is not just for me, it's for others. And the success that they had with my bone marrow transplant led them to improving the study, going to another phase, and expanding the study and curing more people who don't have 100% match, who have genetic non-matches. They were able to do that because they had success in experimenting with me. When you get I'm gonna be honest with you, when you're born with sickle cell disease, when you're born with a chronic illness, after a while, you don't really realize it, but you identify yourself as a disease, or at least I did. And I straight up thought I was sickle cell. I was like, I have sickle cell, blah, 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 blah. So the disease was also a part of my identity. And the transplant itself, it wasn't bad. Actually getting the bone marrow was so easy. It was like an IV. The hardest part was really the chemo, and then after that it was going through having your immune system build up, and then it was learning this new normal. You're still in pain, and your body's still fighting through the disease. You're still in pain, but it's such a huge transition. It's a lot, but I wouldn't take anything for it. I would go through it. I would recommend going through it because it changed my life.
Hey, Constance, real quick, I know we about to go on break, or Austin, are we good? We good?
No, 4 minutes.
All right, cool. Okay. So real quick, Constance, can you tell the people really quick what it was like pre Be the Match, post Be the Match?
Okay. Before Be the Match, I was a college student at Georgia State University, and I started having more and more pain, and it became to the point where it was unmanageable, and I was missing attendance in school. And so when it came to that point, I had decided to just take a semester off. And if you look at me and you know that I love a runway, I love a camera, and my whole entire dream in life was to become a model, a professional model. And when I took that break, I actually landed a modeling contract with Wilhelmina and Conshohocken, which is in Pennsylvania. And it's up north. And I landed it in January, so think about all that snow and stuff. Blizzards was normal for them, and I wasn't built for it. But my life consisted of IV infusions, pain medications every single day. I had my Tylenol number 3, my oxycodone. I went from 5 milligrams to 10 milligrams, all the way up to 30 milligrams, and then I was also taking fentanyl patches, which are 72-hour release, and dilaudid pills, all of that to manage the pain just so that I could function. I was in and out of the hospital almost every few weeks. If it wasn't the hospital, I was going into my doctor's office to get hydration therapy and pain therapy so that I can hurry up, get well enough to go back up the road to go model, then come back and do the same thing, get admitted into the hospital or just crash. I did that for about 9 months until my body couldn't take it, and I remember being in a hospital bed, and I got a call from my agents up in Pennsylvania, and they said, hey, you have a big audition in New York for a Wiz Khalifa music video. And I was like, disconnect me from my pills, and from my Dilaudid PCA. And they did, and I did not make it past the bathroom door. And I knew then that was the end of my modeling career. I knew that was the last time I'd ever speak to my agent. I called them and told them that I had a disease, because I never hid it before, but I told them I had a disease, that I was in a hospital, I couldn't make it, and that was the last time I ever spoke to them. From there, it just went worse. In and out the hospital, hydration therapy, pain, and I really wasn't living. And I knew that I would not be here probably, 5 years later.
Bad. We want to get to what it was like post when we come back. You got a little bit of time left, Constance? You have time left?
Oh yeah, I have time.
Cool. All right, cool. We're going to bring you back. Call us up, 404-892-2703 if you got a question for Constance. We'll be right back on News and Talk 1380 WAOK. All right.
Wow, it was a whole 10 minutes, dang. Wow.
404-892-2703 on News and Talk 1380 WAOK. Are you a business owner in the Atlanta?